Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good morning and welcome. I'm Jackie Wise, the Director of the Student Administration Unit. Graduations are one of the university's most important events, and we are delighted to be resuming them again in 2022. I would now like to introduce to you the people here on stage today. Seated at the centre of the stage is Dr. John Laker, AO, Deputy Chancellor, who will preside over this ceremony. The Deputy Chancellor is joined today by Professor Shirley Alexander, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President, Education and Students, Professor Anna Cristina Petiari, Associate Dean, Research, Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building, who will be presenting graduates. Today's occasional speaker is Ms. T. Uglow, Creative Director of Google's Creative Lab. The other people seated on stage today are professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who have all played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. John Laker, AO, Deputy Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. On behalf of the University of Technology, Sydney, before we begin the proceedings and on behalf of all those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. Similarly, I would like to pay respect to the elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and recognises the support which they have received from family and friends, many of whom are here today. We warmly welcome you, and together we celebrate the achievements of the graduates. I now invite Professor Anna Cristina Patiera, Associate Dean, Research of the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building, to present graduates.
Deputy Chancellor, I invite graduates in the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building to stand. Deputy Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Design, Architecture and Building as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the Board and has conferred these awards upon them. Deputy Chancellor, I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, each year UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Deputy Chancellor, I now present to you a graduate receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building. The following student has graduated with the Bachelor of Design Honours in Product Design with First Class Honours and University Medal, Bachelor of Design in Product Design. Isabella Enrica Alevato Aires. Deputy Chancellor, we will now present to you our graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Bachelor of Design Honours in Fashion and Textiles with Second Class Honours, Division 1. Bachelor of Design in Fashion and Textiles, Juliana Nix. Bachelor of Design Honours in Animation with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Design in Animation, Emily Hestelow. Jacob Nevueng E. Sadler. Bachelor of Design Honours in Animation with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Design in Animation, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Constance Sophia Williams. Bachelor of Design Honours in Animation with Second Class Honours, Division 1. Bachelor of Design in Animation, Samuel Evans. Isabella Galliano. Ella Rousseau. Tack Stapleton. Terry Zaneros. Bachelor of Design Honours in Animation with Second Class Honours, Division 2. Bachelor of Design in Animation, Reynald Leonardo Hidiat. Bachelor of Design Honours in Product Design with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Nonseba Sarah Nayoni. Bachelor of Design, Honours in Product Design with Second Class Honours, Division 1. Bachelor of Design in Product Design, Nathaniel Adamson. Lucinda Rose Bradford. Mariam Khan. Fortini Maria Teodolou. Bachelor of Design in Animation, Hansel Asifo Ajuya. Daisy Allen. Alexander John Banks. Kirsten Marie Bassel. Abigna Cavale. Juliet Brooks Clark. Isabel Duffy. Liana Duong. Holly Mae Fletcher. Lina Heng. Sam Yu Charmaine Kwok. Alana Kwong. Zan Lau. Karen Ngok Han Le. Kevin Le. Yang Lin. Jin-Yu Lu. Henry Lund. Lauren Mari Santuamaloles. Taya McEwen. David Solomon Meir. Augustin Musso. Quan Tang Nguyen. Vi An Nguyen. No. Tanavong Panya. Ji-hee Park. Melissa Parsons. Alexandra Preston. Abbas Rashidi. Rebecca Hyun-ji Shim. Colden Tren Yu Shu. Mark Streeter. Xin-Yi Tang. Jacob Edward Taylor. Alea Trina Jastic. Julia Luca van Open. Daniel Peter Vine. Irina Vlakulis. Matthew Watson. Holly Harriet Tabitha Wedlake. Zhiwei Zhao. Bachelor of Design in Interior Architecture, Zainab Alam. Nempha Grace Ani. Eleanor Lucy Bergin. Brooke Alyssa Carlson. Adrian Cheong. Elizabeth Coluccio. Vittoria Comiso. Alexandra Marie Kathleen Corbett. Michaela Kerno. Daniel De Fontane. Elizabeth Therese Duck. Tamika Ettingshausen. Siba Farhat. Ji Ping Feng. Grace Ann Gillespie. Dominic John Goodyear. Kira Hajek. Bobby Hansen. Yang He. Georgia Isabel Herbert. Jamie Herman. Taylor Rose Jacobs. Ashley Krakowski. Adrian Tree An Lair. Truo Ning Lee. Jing Mei Liu. Vanessa Ann Madeline. Annabelle Madigan. Megan Felicity McConnell. Brooke Dana MacDonald. Caitlin Joanne MacDonald. Jaimini Mistry. Olivia Rita Naim. Eric Long Diep Nguyen. Christy Feng Nguyen. Belinda Kia Shi Ong. Rutika Padye. Jan Pao. Su Hyun Park. Alessandra Pelliciotti. Claudine Ann Rule. Shida Sadega Dam Sisan. Ethan Daniel Smeets. Mackenzie Grimes Stenzel. Kaya Anjali Catalan Song. Cynthia Tam. Lainey Renee Thiebridge. Justin Khan Chan. James Ioannis Veriakios. Bianca Carman Wong. Michelle Wu. Matilda Yusuf. Bachelor of Design in Fashion and Textiles, U Ham Tseto. Bachelor of Design in Product Design, Bachelor of Languages and Cultures, Muhammad Arsalan Khan. Bachelor of Design in Product Design, Diploma in Innovation, Brian Lim. Xavier Taft. Bachelor of Design in Product Design, Christopher Adriel. Arbok Aguek. Curtis Badman. Toby Barnhill. Jacqueline Chan. Riley Davar. Henry Deng. Alizi Chloe Garson. Zisen Geng. Sarah Goddard. Brett Gordon. Joseph Gary Henriksen. Samantha Horton. Nicholas Graham Dallas Jones. Winardi Kundiawan. Na Lin. Hao Shi Lu. Charlotte Rose McCarthy. Hannah May McRory. Kiara Lucy McDonald. Mindy. Sangte Jonathan Park. Nassim Puramari Dominguez. Daniel Kennard Prasad. Natalie Grace Sarmiento. Zach Stanning. Luke Joshua Turk. Claudia Vogel. Shi-An Wang. Bachelor of Design in Animation, Meng Zhe Tai. Bachelor of Design in Interior Architecture, Shu Ting Wu. Bachelor of Design in Product Design, Junhui Wu.
Deputy Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building.
On behalf of the UTS Council, it is my privilege and pleasure to once again congratulate all of our new graduates on attaining their degrees. Now, I know this is a solemn sort of gathering, but it's not meant to be this solemn. It's not much noise coming from the parents and friends, so this is your opportunity now to let rip and just show them how much you are proud and appreciate their tremendous achievement. Oh, that was pretty good, very good indeed. Don't worry, graduates, you get your chance. Today, in our Great Hall, you have graduated from one of the world's top 10 young universities. Young because UTS is yet to reach its 50th birthday. But the ceremony of graduation itself is one of the world's oldest, dating back 800 years to the establishment of the first European universities in the 12th century. Then, you would have been taking your exams in Latin. Your graduation cap and gown are adapted from the attire of medieval clerics who taught at those universities, but then you would have been gowned every day simply to try and keep warm in damp and unheated halls of learning. Graduation is indeed a great tradition and a special celebration, as it should be, because graduation marks an important milestone in your lives. The word graduation comes from the Latin gradus, meaning step, and today you take a further significant step in your professional and personal development. University study, while we all know it has some fun, lots of fun in some cases, requires a strong commitment to hard work and to long hours. Inevitably too, it involves sacrifices, whether they be of immediate career opportunities, family, or social life. And for a number of you, the familiarity of your own country. And what has been particularly tough for your graduating class has been the unprecedented disruption of the COVID-19 pandemic. For 2 years, lockdowns and other public health responses brought campus life to an end, isolated you in bedrooms rather than in workshops or libraries or tutorial rooms, shattered plans for overseas study. This was not the university experience you expected, and I sincerely regret that. But you have pulled through magnificently. You are graduates today not just of this university, but of that other fine educational institution, the School of Hard Knocks. Your resilience, your commitment will be amply rewarded as you apply your new skills and insights in your professional life, but today, the satisfaction of completing a high calibre degree under such difficult circumstances is reward in itself. Enjoy that sense of satisfaction, you've earned it. And for all the parents, partners and friends here today as well, this is an occasion of great pride. You have lived through the stresses the graduates have faced. You have all given them your support and encouragement, and I am sure that they would want to acknowledge that. So could I ask the graduates to stand, face their family and friends, and show them what a rousing round of applause sounds like? They too have earned it. Thank you. Good effort, good effort. The world that you as graduates is entering is a complex and challenging one. The new normal in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic is still evolving, but it is an exciting world. The workplace has become more flexible than ever before. Change is a constant. Digital disruption has become a powerful force. Artificial intelligence is progressing rapidly. New industries are emerging based on global data platforms that are transforming the way we live, we work, we communicate. The so-called Great Resignation for others in the wake of COVID-19 is for you a world of opportunities. This world is a far cry from the staid, ordered and insular one that we baby boomers entered. Then a comfortable job for life was seen, with a large employer, was seen by many as an entitlement. Your generation, however, will want to test your skills with a number of employers, large and small, at home and abroad. Some of you will even create the organisations for which you work. For you, a job for life might sound like a life sentence. The energies you've devoted to your studies can now be unleashed into this exciting world. Take the challenges on with enthusiasm, inspire your colleagues, and bring your newfound skills and talents into play. Your time at UTS will have prepared you well. Employers have a high regard for UTS graduates because of your ability to adapt and innovate, to work collaboratively with people of different backgrounds and viewpoints, and to cope with pressure and tight deadlines. In a competitive world, UTS graduates are very employable. You now join a group of UTS alumni, an outstanding group of around 240,000 throughout the world. Reach out to this network when you can. Many of the alumni can be helpful to you in your further careers. And please stay in touch with UTS. Our alumni office is your lifelong connection to UTS, so please keep them up to date on your movements. Of course, your time as a student may not end today. This rapidly changing world will require you to refresh your existing knowledge and acquire new knowledge again and again throughout your careers. Society is transforming to a lifetime of learning to keep pace with change, and UTS is in the forefront of this transformation. Drawing on its excellent research and its close links with industry, UTS is introducing new courses and programs that will support learning and professional skills development for individuals throughout their whole lives. We hope to see you in this great hall again. Your graduation also comes at a time when humanity is facing some profound global challenges beyond the COVID-19 pandemic. Climate change, the scourge of terrorism, the tragic human tide of refugees, inequalities in their many unwelcome forms, the horrors of war, and a challenge that may touch your professional lives more directly, the loss of public trust in major institutions, whether in government, finance, media, or just big business. The causes of this loss of trust are complex, but moral and ethical failures are at the core. And this, graduates, is where you come in. You leave here today as the pride of this university, as the flag bearers for the next generation of bright minds and responsible citizens. Can I suggest that you make the values of trust, honesty and integrity the guiding beacons for your further development as professionals? How can you do this? Well, let me offer you 3 simple pieces of advice. Firstly, choose your employer wisely. You are part of a new generation that is demanding higher ethical standards from organisations, a generation that believes it has a responsibility to make society better rather than to leave it to others or to the future. Satisfy yourself that trust and a clear purpose of contributing value to society is part of the ethos of any organisation you join. Secondly, identify the values that are important to you and live them in the way you conduct yourself in the workplace and outside. Take personal accountability for your actions and be willing to be judged by them. Speak up, but be ready to be challenged. At times, when you are not sure what to do, bring your own strong moral compass to bear on your decisions and do what you think is right. Do yourselves, your families and your university proud by maintaining the highest professional and ethical standards. The best advice I can give you, finally, is that you make your word your bond. There is no more powerful demonstration of your integrity than that you honour your word. Nothing more and nothing less. I leave you with a thought from the philosopher St. Augustine. To ask the question, what do I want to be remembered for, is the beginning of adulthood, he said. The management guru Peter Drucker, quoting St. Augustine, said, "If you think you can answer it in your 20s, you have not yet understood the question. If you cannot answer it by the time you are 50, you have wasted your life." On that provocative note, let me once again congratulate our new graduates on your success. Our best wishes and our pride go with each and every one of you. Your degree will open up opportunities for you in any number of roles. Seize them in both hands and do well. Thank you. I now invite Professor Shirley Alexander, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President, Education and Students, to introduce the occasional speaker.
Deputy Chancellor, before I introduce our occasional speaker, I would like to add my own very warm congratulations to our graduates today. Take some time to be alone today and reflect on your extraordinary achievement. Not only have you mastered a significant body of knowledge, but it is also what I call the hidden curriculum that you have also mastered that will cause you to stand above others. Just to mention a few of these personal characteristics, you have demonstrated that you have the self-discipline that's needed to stay focused over so many years of study, involving both triumphs and, in some cases, disappointments. Sometimes the most significant learning opportunities will have been those that arose from those disappointments. You have also shown that you have the time management skills that are needed to balance your academic life with what would have been for many of you around 100 assessments over the years. Think about that, 100 assessments. And of course, there would inevitably have been competing and conflicting deadlines, differing expectations, and in some cases requiring group work. So I hope you have learned how to work with others and how to resolve conflict, which can be a good thing. Each of these is critically important to your future working life. You will, of course, receive rewards for this work. Graduates have higher employment rates, higher salaries, better health outcomes, the list goes on. So my very warm congratulations to each and every one of you. Our occasional speaker today is Ms. T. Uglow, who is the Creative Director for Google's lab in Sydney. It's Google's Creative Lab in Sydney. Ms. T. Uglow is a writer, LGBTQ+ activist, and a speaker on innovation, inclusion, and digital futures. She works with cultural organisations around the world, exploring the space between technology and the arts and what can happen when they intersect. Ms. Uglow founded the Creative Labs for Google in London in 2007 and then here in Sydney in 2011. She focuses on projects with cultural organisations that enable artists, writers, dancers and other practitioners to augment or interpret their work digitally. As a queer activist, she has authored a compilation of LGBTQ+ activist speeches called Loud and Proud, and is the very proud co-author of the Trans Pride flag emoji. And apparently it took 4.5 years to achieve something that apparently seemed so obvious at the end. Isn't that always the way? In addition to Loud and Proud, published in Quarto in 2020, her writing includes A Curiosity of Doubts, published by Penguin in 2016. In 2018, Miss Uglow was awarded a Peabody for digital storytelling for Editions at Play, a series of digital books with visual editions, including We Kiss the Screens in 2019 and Our Universe Explodes in 2018. She currently advocates for mental health, disability, LGBTQ+, and other transgender awareness, and she mentors queer, female, and other intersectional creators and writers worldwide. It gives me great pleasure to invite Miss T. Uglow to give the occasional address.
Gives me great pleasure to have got here in time. Thank you, Deputy Chancellor, and your extremely overeducated colleagues. And thank you, everyone, for giving me a short period of time. Oh, and also I need to pay my respects to the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation for giving us the land on which we stand. I'm going to speak for 8 minutes, I think. I cannot tell how long those 8 minutes will be. But I have 8 minutes, maybe, to tell you about the world, your future, and how to become captains of industry and make your families and your university proud. But the truth is, your life and career is probably going to be just as messy and confusing as mine. I've actually, I've now got a new title for this talk, thanks to the Deputy Chancellor. I'm now going to call it A Wasted Life, a rebuttal. Because I'm rapidly approaching that cut-off point. I remember asking my mother what age one stopped having potential. I would have been about your age, actually. And I remember her saying, quite abruptly, 32. Which was sort of fine at the time. I think I got a decade. I was like, oh, great. As you get closer to 32, it suddenly becomes terrifying that someone has set an arbitrary deadline after which all your potential will have vanished. Just putting that out there. My secret formula, and one that I use every day, actually, even though it didn't work terribly well at school, is 3 words: I don't know. No, it's 3 words. I don't know. It's okay to say that. It would be quite helpful if some of our politicians were allowed to say it. I mean, they'd be allowed to learn. If we are not able to keep learning, well, I apologise. I hope none of you thought that this was the end of the learning part of your life. You've shown such aptitude. You must never stop learning. It might not be quite like this. You might not have this structure. You very rarely will have this structure. You very rarely will have this space to think and talk. Admittedly, you are an extraordinary generation that will probably be the only group that had to talk over Zoom. I really feel for you for that. It's been one of the things, as I sat in my back garden, that's given me a great deal of pain, that your generation, I know it probably doesn't, but it's unfair. There are lots of things in life that are unfair. I mean, there are things we will aspire to. I'm sure you are aspiring to. Things like certainty and stability and security. And these are desirable, but really unnatural. You have to work so hard, and you never really know if you have them. You have, like, on the other hand, you can embrace uncertainty. You can embrace doubt. You've definitely got it. It's in the bag. You know what it is. You've lived with it all your life. And it's worth remembering that everyone else is in the same boat. No one really knows very much. I don't know what's going to happen. None of us ever do. Even when you're grown up, even when you're approaching 50. I'm sure you can ask your parents about this. Like, I went to Oxford University actually. I studied fine art a very long time ago. And on my first day, we were in the hall and we were told that only like 2 of the 20 people that were there would make it as proper artists. And I think they were trying to appeal to our competitive side to stir us up. But I gave up trying at that point. That was when I stopped trying to be a proper artist. I had a very nice 3 years. I learned a lot, met a lot of very interesting people. I didn't get round to doing the graduation thing. So it was actually rather a thrill to come up in the line. I got to pretend. And it was probably quite useful to lose that very concrete idea of who I was going to be. And since then, I've also learned that I'm not very good as a designer. I'm not a very good computer engineer. I'm a rubbish project manager. I was fired from a rug shop and a fruit farm. I was a terrible cocktail barman, but I liked it. And it did it mainly to annoy my parents. Our first .com business went from being worth $1 million to being worth nothing in a weekend. I've lived quite a lot without really noticing, or certainly without trying. So you should know that being very good at one thing is a choice. It's not an obligation. And it may be very, very hard. The great early scientists weren't scientists, they were hobbyists with passions. Same with explorers. What you do should be a point of passion. So love what you do. This is another privilege that you have. You are able to make that decision. It is very rare. Even if you don't know what it is that you love, make the most of it. It's been 15 years since I joined Google. First day I arrived there, I decided that this wasn't really the place for me. Big and corporate and American, wasn't something I wanted to do. And I wasn't really sure what they wanted me to do. And they're still not really sure what they want me to do. And I'm still not really sure why they pay me. And maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Like, it's okay to be exploring. And it's, again, I feel very privileged to be given a position where I'm able to explore. I'm able to be the things that I didn't know were going to exist when I didn't sit there. I mean, I'm an activist somehow. I didn't plan on being an activist and an artist. And I am actually an artist. That's greatly ironic, isn't it? I am an artist now, and an author, and a technologist. I'm on a board of directors, and I'm also on Tinder. These things did not occur to me when I was your age. People put me on lists with other interesting people, and I hope it's not just because I'm transgender, or because I'm queer, or because I talk about mental health, or neurodiversity. I think it is the fact that the world is uncertain makes what we choose to make of it that much more interesting. And very few people are going to tell you that. It is your choice. So what will you do with that? I don't know. But you get to decide. Personally, I get to play with phones, actually, and hate on technology. That's what I do at Google. I'm like, this is rubbish. And then I do very strange things. We currently have a moon. If you want to talk to the moon, there's a moon touring the UK at the moment with AI. Seriously. That's basically what I've been doing for the last month. So doubt is a core part of that. Doubt is a core part of the creative process. It's not going to leave. It's not going to suddenly not be there. The scientific revolution was based on inquiry, not certainty. We've seen that in spades. Based on looking and seeing and hypothesizing and then testing that hypothesis. Do not forget. Because here's the bad news. I've already said you can do whatever you want, but it probably will never feel like that. You will always feel the pull of something safer, something understandable, less challenging. Being in a place where you push yourself means you'll find yourself in spaces that make you uncomfortable. You'll be outside your comfort zone. That's where you learn new skills, new software, giving public talks, who knows? Ask your parents. Ask your parents where they sit, whether they feel that they have challenged themselves. How confident are they in the choices that they made? Do they know what's going to happen next? Do not ask these questions as they're driving you home. But that's what makes culture a fluid phenomenon. That's what moves us forward, because we genuinely don't know, and it's notoriously hard to make predictions. One thing you can do is listen to yourself. And when you get to a place where you feel particularly stable, maybe move on. This is scary advice. I think I'm not meant to give you scary advice. But in my life, I've had to learn to live as a man, which was actually rather difficult, and then later as a woman, which was also rather difficult. The adults in my life said I was a little boy, or rather they assumed I was a little boy, because actually no one asked me. I had to do all the boy stuff, like rugby and Boy Scouts, and go to an all-boys school and be head boy and all-boy. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, fabulous shoes. Just amazing array of shoes from the ladies of the... Just, if there's anything that's going to pass the time, it was having a fashion parade. So thank you. It was tricky. I actually found it quite easy in comparison. No one really likes hearing that. But eventually I realized that I had to move on. I think your generation might be the first generation that understand that kind of change is okay. And I am so grateful to you for that. Thank you. Without movement, we do not grow. In fact, we regress. So break out of your comfort zones. And when you do, use your voice. You have integrity and values, and you have the opportunity to share them and shape the world the way you would like to find it. It will often turn out that you're some of the few people who are able and willing to do this. And look out for those opportunities. I mean, that's actually also very hard, because you'll never know. The opportunity never says, opportunity. Hi, I'm calling. This is not a thing that opportunity does. But listen to yourself, listen to your heart. I mean, I gave you my career trajectory. It really did end basically with losing jobs and crashing a business. I went to Google to do PowerPoint design. And I'm never afraid to tell people that, because that was the opportunity that I had. 2 days a week. A lot of people don't like change, especially as they get older, but change is interesting. And the most interesting older people are actually always changing. It won't go all your own way. You'll lose interviews. You'll be, oh, I'm so sorry. Just missed out. You'll lose partners. It will happen. I've been fired. I've left jobs. I've lost jobs. I've retrained. I've sculpted jobs from within. Sometimes, however, the big awful thing, the terrible thing that you will all have, that thing where the world crashes around you, that unfortunate event that pushes you out of a particularly comfortable place where you thought you were really happy, that would be the thing that you think about when you're my age. Sometimes change is what happens to you when you're my age. And sometimes you just don't know. I mean, you probably need some luck as well, and hard work. I'm sure hard work helps a lot. Hard work. Keep working hard. But luck matters. There's a lot of luck out there. So don't think it's your fault. Sometimes it really is bad luck. It's likely that some of you, in 20 years or so, will probably find yourself in my shoes, talking briefly to a remarkable generation of talented, creative, brilliant minds, and trying to find some words to inspire rather than scare. All the inspiring words you ever read on Instagram that are real will have come from minds that weren't quite sure. That is an okay thing to carry with you. You need that uncertainty to be your best self, to push yourself, to be creative. It seems strange to say inspirationally that you will fail. You will find life unfair. You have found life unfair. You will find life hard, but keep failing. Don't stand still. Learn to keep learning. Try to do what you love and love those around you. And the world will be much more interesting for it. My very best wishes and good luck.
I would like to thank our occasional speaker for her address on this important day for you as UTS graduates. But I will have to say, I don't know why she called it My Wasted Life, because from what we've heard, her life has been anything but wasted. I love the insights that she shared today about being brave enough to say, I don't know, about embracing uncertainty, about putting yourself outside of your comfort zone. They're all truly growth experiences. Before concluding, and I think this follows on quite nicely from our occasional address, I've always remembered some words from my own graduation, and I'd like to share those with you as I think they're very pertinent to this being the end of your current course of study, your exploration. And it is some lines from the poem Little Gidding by T.S. Eliot. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. The best wishes and the pride of the university go with each and every graduate. Congratulations again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one final formality today. Professor Alexander, would you please stand? After almost 30 years of service to UTS, Professor Shirley Alexander, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President, Education and Students, retires in July. Today's ceremony marks her last as Presiding Vice-Chancellor at a UTS graduation. Professor Alexander's career in the Australian higher education is long and distinguished, milestoned by a number of significant achievements. For the last 15 years, she has spearheaded two of the university's key strategic priorities: teaching and learning and student experience. It is you, graduates, as well as the many who came before you and the many yet to come, who reap the benefits of her sector-leading innovations in teaching and learning. It was Professor Alexander's vision that informed the redesign of many of the learning spaces you enjoyed during your time at UTS. When the university embarked on a major campus redevelopment project more than a decade ago, Professor Alexander led a number of projects to ensure that our billion-dollar-plus investment was also an investment in the future of learning and the student experience. But her vision was not limited to the physical. Professor Alexander drove the university's efforts to introduce significant innovations in learning and teaching, including curriculum redesign, the use of e-learning technologies, and the development of a strong student culture across the university. She is the mastermind of Learning.Futures strategy at UTS. This is the very strategy that has prepared you for the opportunities that lie ahead in this exciting and uncertain world, including in new industries and occupations yet to be imagined. Learning.Futures has also equipped you with the skills and habits of mind you need for success as you embark on your careers. What students learn and how they learn also requires teachers to develop new skills, especially in the design of curriculum and learning strategies. Over the years, Professor Alexander has ensured teaching staff were supported to meet the changing needs of students and the ever-evolving higher education landscape. Thanks to her efforts, in 2015, UTS won a prestigious Wharton QS Stars Reimagine Education Award in the category of hybrid learning. A truly influential leader in Australian higher education, Professor Alexander has been invited to chair committees by federal ministers, and she has chaired the TAFE New South Wales Higher Education Academic Board. She has sat on the board of trustees of the Powerhouse Museum, the Sydney Institute of TAFE Advisory Council, the TAFE New South Wales Higher Education Governing Council, the Academic Board of the Australian Catholic University, the New South Wales National Partnerships Evaluation Committee, Pearson Education Australia's Advisory Board, and the Australian Learning and Teaching Council's Leadership Standing Committee. Professor Alexander's achievements are too numerous to detail in full today, but one that I would highlight is that it was her driving initiative and sheer hard work that enabled UTS to move from a partly hybrid university in February 2020 to a fully online teaching university within 1 week of the closure of society due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 1 week. It closed and then reopened online. Today, I'm quite confident that if we were to ask what has mattered most to her during her time at UTS, she would say, you graduates. She reads all of the comments you provided in your subject feedback surveys. But she doesn't just read them, she acts on them. Over her 15 years as Deputy Vice-Chancellor, she has worked tirelessly to ensure you received the best possible tertiary education and enjoyed the best possible student experience, COVID-19 notwithstanding, so that you might now have the best possible graduate experience. So now I ask all of you to get that rousing applause going once more to congratulate Professor Alexander on her stellar career and thank her.
Ladies and gentlemen, the deliciously uncertain occasional dress and that wonderful presentation concludes today's formal proceedings. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall, so I ask that you please rise for the academic procession.